And the topic is screwing up. Let me ask you guys something. How many of you guys have ever screwed up in your life? Type me. And how many of you guys have ever thought that was like the end of the world? Like, I mean, it's like over. There's nothing left, and like you're just like, oh my God, this is the end of me. This is the end of the world, and like, it can't go any lower. Okay, me. If that's happened to you, type me down there. Okay, because I don't know. I don't know about you, but I mean, that's how I felt many times in my life. But I'm gonna tell you that it's not so bad. Okay, it's not so bad at all. Because here's what I found out. In my experience in life. Okay, people have always asked me like, they go, well, how did do you ever screw up? Hey guys, how do you ever screw up in life? And what happened? And how do you recover from it? How can you become so successful? And I bet you, they always say, I bet you never screwed up. I bet you, that's what they say. I said, are you kidding me? I'm the biggest screw up there is. One of the reasons why I became successful is because I wasn't. Well, it's not I wasn't afraid to screw up. Okay, trust me, I was afraid to screw up. I mean, if you guys are afraid to screw up, write me. Okay, because I just want to know that I'm not alone. Because a lot of times the people say, okay, well, yeah, I'm the only one that does it in the world, but it's not true. Okay, we do. I screwed up many times, and that's how I became successful. Why? Because I was willing to take the risk, to take the risk to, hey, look bad. I mean, the thing that I didn't want to do was, not creating the success, or not looking good in front of my friends, like, oh my God, I'm perfect. I mean, how many of you guys think like you're perfect? I would love to be perfect, but trust me, I'm not. I'm still learning, I'm still thinking, but guess what? I become really successful, even though, okay, all these things were a part of me. And I don't think ever there's ever a time that I'm not gonna screw up. All I know is this: I knew that I just had to take action. Things don't have to be perfect. Many sometimes I had this one friend. She told me, she says, you know what? I'm doing business. I'm doing business with you, but I need to know every single thing. Okay, I need to know A, B, C, D, and I go, wow. Okay, there's four things that you got to do. She says, well, what about the one here, and the one here, and the one here, and the one here, and one here, one here, one here? So, oh my gosh, I mean, there are so many steps, like the little details. But if you go and research every single detail, okay, but don't understand really why you're doing it, it's not gonna work, right? You gotta know, like, I told her, I said, look, do you know why we're doing those four steps? And she said, no. I said, well, figure it out. And she said, okay, well, what about? I said, well, figure it out. What do you think? She said, oh, it's blah 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 blah. Oh yeah. Now once she understands the purpose of it, right? She fills out the blanks in between, and then it become easier. So that is one thing about screwing up. I mean, you got to be willing to take the risk to be able to fail. I mean, I did, and it's not easy sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, I have this one girl I know. I mean, this girl is like, nothing stops her. I'm like, what the heck? What is she made of? She's amazing. She just started working with us. I'm like, oh my God. She doesn't think about anything. She doesn't have any issues with anything. She's just like boom, 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 boom. I wasn't built that way. I built with, like, I have considerations on this. I think about this problem, that problem, that problem, that problem. And I found that it had stopped me. So I figured out how to get past it. Do you guys want to know how to get past it? Okay, this is it. It's really simple, okay? Just notice it. First thing, you got to be aware. You got to be able to step out and say, because sometimes I'm like, no, 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 no. And then I look at it, you can either write a little note on your hand, so when you go, oh my God, you look at your hand and says, okay, take the next step. Just like, take a chance. Just write that on your hand. That's all you got to do. And go, okay. And that reminds you to say, okay, let's take the next step. So even though it's not perfect, I realize that when I take the next step, it gets me to the next step, and then the next step. It's like climbing a mountain. You don't climb all the way to the top. Sometimes you can't see the top. You got to go around, and then you're like, oh my God. Sometimes you're going back down and around to the valley to get up to the top. And you're like, oh my God, did I just mess up? Did I miss a turn? Whatever. Just keep your path. Keep on your path. You're going to screw up, okay? So if you guys don't mind, if you let me ask you this time, man, just so I know I'm not the only one who's ever screwed up in my life, okay? I mean, I just think that sometimes I just think I'm the only one that ever screwed up. So if you guys have ever screwed up in your life, you can type me on there or just say me, okay? So let me know that I'm not the only one, okay? but I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people out there, that think that's the end of the world. So you don't have to, be stuck in the screw up, okay? Thank you for saying that, okay? And one of the things that I learned is this, okay? Instead of looking at how did I screw up, because if I put a lot of energy into it, like I go, oh my God, oh, I just effed that up, I just effed that thing up like crazy. I put a lot of energy and attention to it. I go, this is what I used to do. I go, I am never doing that again. No, I am never. I mean, like, so much energy into it. Do you realize that? It didn't work for me. Because what happens is next time I did something wrong, I said, oh my God, I did it again. I did that. So you make that ball of energy like thicker and thicker and thicker. And it's like, like you even notice it. You're like, before you're going to screw up. Now, you're like, I'm not going to screw up. I don't want to go there. Guess what? You're looking at that and you're staring at that. And that ball of like solid energy gets bigger and bigger. And you're like, after a while, you don't want to do anything anymore. I've done that. I'm like, oh my God, I'm afraid to do this. I'm afraid to do this. I'm afraid to do that. So instead of that, I can share with you what I've done, my solution to it, what's worked for me, okay? I don't know if it worked for you, but it worked for me. Instead of going, oh my God, I screwed up, just say, yeah, I just effed up. This is so interesting. Man, that definitely didn't go the way I wanted to go. And laugh about it. Laugh about it and look at it. I mean, really like look at it. Okay, because one thing is, if I screw up and this happened, it's like a failure, and I don't want to look at this. I want to hide that, underneath, to put it behind the pillows, put it in the closet, never look at it again, because nobody likes to look like you're an idiot or you screwed up, right? So we hide it away, and then we lock it up and put it, and then we bury it. It's there. So instead of looking at that, like I said, the solution that I found is I look at it, go, okay, what just happened? Okay, well, I did A, B, C, D, and it blew up in my face. That's interesting. Let's take a look at it. What did I do here? Oh, I did that, I did that, I did that. But usually, what I found out? This is one of the things that I really found out was I looked at things and I go, what did I do versus what did I do, outside of this that caused me this little crash. And usually it's like this, let's say, when I started my own, one of my first businesses, I was doing, we were doing like adventure travel and whatnot, right? We were taking people down to Mexico and, on surf trips. And then what I realized was like, we didn't get enough clients and stuff like that. I'm an engineer, right? So I don't know how to do any of this. And so what I found out was this. Why certain things didn't work? Why didn't we get it like our hit our goal? I looked at what I actually did during those times. I go, well, I was like playing on the computer because I had my own business. I thought oh my God, I had my own business. I own my own life, but I wasn't disciplined enough. But what was I disciplined to do? I was disciplined to play on the computer at that time, right? Stay up late, watch movies, so I sleep, right? So I didn't get up in the morning. And, so those are things that I did that didn't allow me to create the success because it took away time, right? Precious time. So instead of just look at it, I mean, you don't have to look at it that deep. Just look at it and say, wow, I just screwed up. First thing you just acknowledge it. Hey, I screwed up, man. That's pretty crazy. Wow. Get excited about it. And then you can look at it or you can just say, okay, I looked at it. Okay. Oh, I did this. That didn't work. Okay. Well, I can change that. Or you can just say, okay, I look at it. If that's a little bit too deep, look at it and say, hey, let's move on. All right, I screwed up. Okay, let's do something different. Let's do something better. And that allowed me to create success in my life. So those are the little key tips I wanted to share with everybody here, you know. So I hope that helps. But like I said, if you guys ever screwed up in my life like me, because, you know, I thought I used to think I'm like the only one that ever screwed up. If you guys have ever screwed up, please type me in the comments. Okay, let me know, because and let everybody else know. So, you know, we're not alone. And trust me, you're gonna screw up again. Okay, we're gonna continue to screw up. That's okay. But the is, how do we learn from it and go farther from it? All right. So, you know, hey, if you guys learned something, you know, I'm just trying to share, you know, my thoughts, what I went through. Hopefully, it can help you guys create success in the life that you want. Hope it can help you create the freedom, you know, that you want. Okay, so if you guys like it, you know, comment below. You know, just you know, you can tag your friends, or you can write, you know, hey, what did I like best? You know, let me know. I love to hear from you guys, what you guys got. Maybe you might go, dude, Steve, I've never screwed up in my life. You know, I want to know. I go, man, teach me something. You know, I'm always here for learning. You know, I've done really well in life. You know, I have an amazing life. I travel the world. I do whatever I want, whenever I want. Money is not an issue for me, but you know what? I'm always here to learn more. Okay, so teach me, buddy. So, Mickey, buddy, hey, you know, let's do some more fun stuff. All right, ciao, guys. Love you.